All right, guys. So in today's video, we're going to talk about Sofi. They offer great products, personal loans specifically, that I'm going to talk about today. So they offer anywhere between $5,000 to $100,000. They offer great interest rates compared to most other personal loans companies that offer personal loans. The interest rates are great. I've used this. I've borrowed money for them previously. They have low monthly payments. Again, anywhere between $5,000 to $100,000. They also have unemployment protection. Modify your payment plan to help you for your next role, and you can see your rate in 60 seconds. So this is a pre-qualification. So it depends on what you want to apply for. Now, keep in mind there's no fees required. They offer same day funding. So if you get approved, you can get that fund within 24 to 48 hours. Okay. Now let's look at some of the things they talk about when they stand out from the rest. So number one, there's no origination fees, no prepayment penalties, and no late fees. So if you pay the loan up early, there's no prepayment penalties. Some companies like this, like Marcus, you get prepayment penalties. There's no late fees. Loans up to 100,000. Most personal loan companies, they don't like to offer that amount of money on a personal side. There's flexible terms. There's options with 2 to 7 years. Now keep in mind, the longer the term, the higher the interest rate. The shorter the term, the better the interest rate. The higher the shorter the term, the higher the payment. The longer the term, the lower the payment. Does that make sense? So what I like to do is, now, although this is a soft pull, like this is just a pre-qualification, doesn't guarantee that you're going to get it. However, this is a good tool. Like if you go view your rate, it gives you an idea of what you would qualify, et cetera, et cetera. But what I like to do is I like to log into Credit Karma and see my options. This is an underrated tool because does this guarantee you're going to get it? No. But when this says outstanding or excellent, you're very, very, very likely to get approved. Okay. This is very likely because what Credit Karma does is they do soft pulls on your credit constantly. This is how you get these offers. So they kind of know if you qualify based on your credit score. So all the time they're doing soft pulls to monitor your credit and send you offers because they get a cut if you get approved for these types of loans or even credit cards. So when this says outstanding, now don't come back and say Toby said because this said outstanding, I was guaranteed to get approval. No, they still have to run the actual credit and look at all your financial information. If you have maybe you have too much debt, it can be based on, so there's a lot of factors. Credit score is one of them, obviously a big part of it. But you might have other personal loans, and they might not qualify you because you debt to income. So, but this is a good chance when it says excellent or outstanding. Um, it's very likely you're gonna get approved, or if maybe for that amount, not that amount, but you can maybe get a lower amount. So these are some of the options. I've used them in the past. These are great because look at this term, right? 72 months, which is about what, 6 7 years. What's that, 6 years? Now again, the longer the term, the lower payment. And typically, now this is a good interest rate, 12.40%. This is a great interest rate, especially in today's climate. 14%. And then they also, if you do like automatic payment, they like half a basis point or 0.25 basis points if you do automatic payment on your interest rate. So that helps. So this is 72 months against 6 years. Now you can edit the loan amount, and you can edit and this is also gives you the interest and fees based on if you make this payment and you stick to that length time, you don't pay it off early. This is what you're going to pay in interest. So this is a good idea. This is good for you to have a pretty good idea of what you're getting yourself into. Again, I do not recommend getting a personal loan, um, you know, to buy liabilities to get into more trouble. A personal loan is used for either a business idea, or a venture, and or if you're trying to pay off credit card debt, which is a lot higher interest. The thing I like about, so let's say you have $20,000 or $30,000 in credit card debt. You're all maxed out, right? As an example, right? Then you get a personal loan to pay off that credit card. What that does is actually raise your credit score because a personal loan is not the same. It doesn't affect your credit score the same as a credit card utilization, because you're at 100% utilization. That's what makes up a lot. That's what's hurting your score, the credit card utilization. A personal loan, if you pay off your credit card debt and turn it over into a personal loan, your score is going to go up. That's number one. Number two, you have an end date, right? Meaning, if you choose 6 months, 6 years or 5 years on that loan term, no matter what happens, if you're making that monthly payment, um, it's going to be paid off in 5 years, right? If you make that monthly payment every single month for that 5 years, the loan will be paid off. Now, you're going to pay interest, obviously, but there is a loan term and an end date. With credit cards, the interest is accrued daily. So if you're making a minimum payment, it's gonna, yeah, you'll pay it off, but it's gonna take you a lot longer because interest is called simple interest. You're paying that interest daily, so it accrues a lot faster. This is annualized interest. So it's hard I'm not going to get into the specifics, but basically a personal loan is a fixed term. You got 5 years to pay it, make that monthly payment, and you have an interest rate, and those are the interest rates. So let's go back to their page. Again, they go up to anywhere all the way up to 100,000. So you could go here, get pre-qualified, and it'll tell you an average, like give you an idea of would what you would qualify for, the amount, and what the interest rate would be. Then, if obviously if your apply, it's going to be hard pull. Now, depending on the amount, depending on your score, they might require documents. Okay, most of the time, if it's under 30,000, it's no docs. If it's over 30,000, they might require some documents, pay stubs, bank statements. So you want to keep that in mind. If you want to like limit docs, keep it under 30,000. But again, I like to use this tool in Credit Karma because it just gives you an idea of what the terms will be. Doesn't mean you're guaranteed, but if it says outstanding or excellent, you're very, very likely to get it approved. Tells you what your interest is going to be. You can select the terms. You'll see an average of what the interest rate is going to be, what your monthly payment is, what the loan amount is. So you would just go here, take the offer, then you would then you're going to apply, and then they'll run your credit and do a hard pull. That's my time. My name is Tori Rosario. Peace. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. That way you get notified whenever I post a new video. That's my time. My name is Tori Rosario. Peace.